We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone.
This is the Wizard News.
Hey! Teacher! Leave those kids alone! All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Project 2025, the policy agenda for former President Trump's potential first year back in the White House, published by the far-right conservative think tank, the Heritage Foundation, includes the elimination of the U.S. Department of Education. Dismantling our public schools is not just the plan if Trump is re-elected. It is already happening. We are on the brink of a new wave of public school closures, another step in the decades-long project to divest and dismantle the institution of public schools. Disguised as school choice, federal, state, local, and private actors have prioritized paying for private and charter schools. The policies that Project 2025 plans to prioritize: government payments to families sending their children to private school, and creation of new charter schools that are run like businesses, have expanded in the last few years, starving public school districts. In the 2023 to 24 school year, at least 70 school districts, including in San Antonio, Texas, Jackson, Mississippi, and Wichita, Kansas, announced permanent closures of public schools, impacting millions of students. These districts are resorting to the so-called solution of closing schools in Black and Latino communities, stripping those communities of their local public schools. Here is how it works. Concerned about shrinking enrollments and budget crises, district leaders conclude that they must close schools, often without any evidence or analysis that it would save money. It has not been shown to save money unless coupled with mass layoffs. They hire consultants who come up with utilization rates and then recommend closing schools with the lowest rates to right-size the district, their euphemism for their belief that school facility usage should be guided by arbitrary numbers instead of meeting communities where they are. That utilization of schools' enrollment over its supposed capacity is stacked against schools that have experienced historic underfunding and disinvestment in facilities repairs, curricula, extracurricular opportunities, and staff. These same schools disproportionately serve Black and Latino students, English learner students, students with disabilities, and students living in poverty. Research on the mass urban school closures from 2012 to 2014 overwhelmingly found that academic outcomes suffered, particularly for low-performing students. A May 2024 study from Brown University linked the experience of a school closure to decreases in post-secondary education attainment, employment, and earnings at ages 25 to 27. Closures force families to travel farther to get to schools that are not in their communities, making it harder to form relationships with staff, join extracurriculars, or get involved in parent organizations. These communities are also often the first to lose access to the benefits of neighborhood public schools, which act as essential gathering places for social services and community resources like adult education, polling locations, a place to hold community meetings, and access to democratic community control through school board elections. Districts have better options to address budget woes. They can start a community-driven process to reshape the budget, wherein multiple stakeholders, rather than a selected few, play an active role in setting district budget priorities. Districts can employ community-led assessments of how they use buildings, allowing school communities, particularly those historically marginalized, to request the resources, support, and spaces they need. Districts should integrate equity requirements into school closure proposals by incorporating community-based equity audits into decision-making. States can also follow California's lead by requiring and robustly enforcing equity safeguards for any decisions to close schools. Project 2025 is not an inevitability. It is a call to action for anyone who cares about public education in this country. Our public school system requires more resources to create better school environments for everyone. We need investment in our public schools, not closures. Source: Time, July 22nd, 2024.